All right, how is this hand? This hand has a Lotus Bloom. Hilariously, it has no artifacts, but we're going to draw those. And I get to suspend Lotus Bloom on turn 1, and then cantrip, Ponder, Preordain into stuff that I need. I think this will work out fine. I'm going to keep it. I'm on the draw, though, which is less than ideal. And the mental misstep, though. So turn 1 hand destruction. I can stop with a misstep. So we feel a lot better. Oh, that's great. Okay, there's the second sunrise. So I'm going to suspend this. Basically, as soon as that comes off suspend on turn 4, that's the turn we plan to win the game. I don't know. I mean, maybe we won't have to win the game there because he won't be putting us under any pressure, but that's the plan. Oh, face. I don't want another Ponder. Do I want a face reward? I mean, I like to be able to have a plan. Maybe that's worth taking. I kind of need to find random artifacts, though. Like, I have no artifacts to loop right now, other than the Lotus Bloom. Still, it's got to be good to have a backup. Have a second copy of that effect. And we still have a bunch of card draws. First match of the week. We played 2 matches. We did show that the group that we're in here. I can show that real quick. Group C has, in addition to Jund and Eggs, has the Hypergenesis deck and the Dredge deck, which we will be playing after this match. Sure, you can have a Tarmogoyf. Knock yourselves out. Funny. Wow. I don't think I can afford to wait for 2 Ghost Quarters. No, I gotta find some artifacts. This is crazy. Okay, Elsewhere Flask. I can play that next turn. And... Jeez, crazy. So I get to draw 1 of these, and then... Let's see, I'm going to draw 1 now. I'm going to draw 1 with my draw step. I already played my land for the turn, so I'm going to wind up drawing 2 of these. I could shuffle? I could shuffle, but I'm also in a position where I can go Elsewhere Flask. I can potentially have both the Ghost Quarter and the Flooded Strand going in the loop. Maybe I just want to shuffle. Yeah, I just want to shuffle. Those are not really the cards I want to draw. Island, even worse. What a bizarre draw. There's so many dorky little artifacts in this deck, and I can't find... Well, I have found 1 so far. You can have a Dark Confidant. Tick, 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 tick. Unbelievable. Okay, Conjurer's Bauble. Now we're getting somewhere. Could theoretically go off next turn with Lotus Bloom and the ability to draw 2 cards and get a land out of my library with Ghost Quarter. But I don't know if I'm under enough pressure that I need to try. He can hit me with Treetop, so that's 2, 4. That's 7. And he could follow 7 up with 10. Okay, yeah, here's Bloodbraid. So this is 3, 4, this is 7 now, and then could be 10 next turn. Oh, I actually have to win next turn. Yep, gotta win next turn. But we should be able to. So, Lotus Bloom comes off suspend. Cast that. We drew Chromatic Sphere. That's great. So I'm going to use my land drop for the turn on Ghost Quarter. So what? I get 1, 2, 3. I sack Ghost Quarter to get a land. So I have 4 mana, 5, 6, 7. Should have no trouble playing this Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, we just win as long as we don't run out of cards. Sack this for white. Ghost Quarter is going to be our land for the turn. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice that before I accidentally sacrifice. Oh, I see. I should. How does this work? If I can't ever Conjurer's Bauble the one that I'm casting, right? Because it won't have resolved yet. So I don't really want to Conjurer's Bauble any of those targets. So I destroyed this island. Definitely using that ability. I'll get Plains. And don't actually want a target. I just want to draw a card. Fetch land that I can't do anything with. All right. And here we go. I just cast the Faith's Reward, right? Or Second Sunrise, does it matter? I guess I want to be mana efficient sooner rather than later until I get a second Lotus Bloom in. So Second Sunrise, Elsewhere Flask draws me a card. I found the Reshape. So you get to see the combo in all of its glory. Chromatic Sphere. Oh, I guess I want to Reshape first because I do not want to accidentally draw a Lotus Bloom. Check. So I'm going to set Reshape where X is equal to 0. And I'm going to sacrifice an Elsewhere Flask to go get a Lotus Bloom. So now every time through the loop I make 6 mana. And I can't imagine losing from here, especially like I'm going to Conjurer's Bauble to put Second Sunrise on the bottom and draw a card. This way, when I sacrifice my Ghost Quarter to go get another basic land, I can shuffle the Second Sunrise in. Chromatic Sphere turns into white mana. Oh, sweet. No reason not to get another Lotus Bloom now, right? I mean, I'm going to have to sacrifice a Lotus Bloom, which isn't exactly ideal, but I'm going to get the mana back from the future Lotus Bloom, so why the hell not? X is equal to 0. Sacrifice this artifact to get this one. Now I have white mana, and I have blue mana, and here we go. Faith's Reward. Drawing a card from Elsewhere Flask, drawing another Faith's Reward. So I can't, you see how the loop works, right? My library is at 36 cards. I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat. Do you guys actually want me to play this out? Do I actually want to play this out, Shadow? Because like I have 2 Faith's Reward in my hand. I'm drawing enough cards that I guess I could fizzle because I'm only drawing 4 cards per turn through the
My
loop.
thought is that you're not drawing that many yet.
I'm only drawing 4 cards on every trip through the loop right now. It's true. All right.
Look, you're dead next turn. Why don't you go through it a little bit?
All right.
Empty out your deck. You got some time, like whatever. People can go get snacks. I'm gonna go get a snack. See how it goes.
All right. I found another Chromatic Star.
You're on your way. Let's do it. Start drawing 7 cards a turn, and I'll scoop.
All right. 7 cards a turn.
7 cards a cycle.
All right. Conjurer's Bauble, reshuffling the Faith's Reward. I drew a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter. How many lands do I have left? Does drawing a land count?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. I guess I should ponder in this world?
All right, Ponder does not count towards the 7.
I have like infinite mana. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You do have infinite mana.
I found Chromatic Sphere and a Second Sunrise. You're definitely dead. I have 2 Faith's Reward, a Second Sunrise, and now I'm adding an addition. I've added 2 Chromatic Spheres this time.
Too late. I've already conceded. You can't even explain it. All right.
Tough but fair. All right. So the inevitable kill. I explained this as we were doing the setup. Eventually, when my library is completely empty, I can use Conjurer's Bauble to guarantee that I'm drawing Second Sunrise, and then I can just hit him with Pyrite Spellbomb for 2 damage every time through the loop, seconding the Lotus Bloom for red. Super, super elegant, of course. All right, let's see how game 2 goes. Magic as Richard Garfield intended it. All right, he has a Slaughter Games in his sideboard, so I'm going to randomly sideboard in Grape Shot and make sure I don't accidentally die to 1 copy of Slaughter Games. Also, these Mental Missteps basically just stop Thoughtseize and Inquisition. And Leyline of Sanctity does that better. Like, this is here to say, I have Hexproof. You can't target me with discard spells. It also randomly means he can't target me with like Deathrite Shaman damage and stuff like that. So I think that's... I mean, if I draw it on turn 2, I'm going to be sad about the turn 3 Thoughtseize, but I'm pretty sure Leyline is just better than Mental Misstep here. I don't... Oh, I get it. I don't know what else to cut. Like, I definitely want the Grape Shot. I wouldn't mind more Leylines. I mean, they're not great in multiples, but at the same time, like, what am I cutting? Like, I don't want to weaken my combo at all, because I feel like I can win through Hand Destruction. Yeah, it's not like he's a burn deck, or it's not, or has a dozen discard spells. I think just 2. 2 against 7 discard. Maybe it doesn't stop Deathrite. Maybe Deathrite's each opponent. Still, whatever. He probably has random things that target me. I'm just going to go with 2 and a Grape Shot instead of the Missteps. We have a Leyline. We're not getting discarded. Is that enough to keep this draw? I have a turn 1 Lotus Bloom, which I can suspend. I have a period. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Definitely starting with Leyline. I mean, these 6 are probably a below average 6, but this is pretty powerful to start with. I don't even know if they're below average. They might be decent. They might be average for a 6. I really like having guaranteed Lotus Bloom in the loop. Like, if you don't start with a Lotus Bloom, then you have to find a reshape, because finding the Lotus Bloom is no longer good enough. Yeah, so all these guys are each opponent, and you. Fair enough. Oh, sick. Well, we will suspend a pair of Lotus Blooms. We have mana. All we need now is stuff. That counts. I don't think the order matters here, right? But it's top. Sweet. Man, I might even be able to have a Flooded Strand and a Ghost Quarter, thinning all the lands out of my deck. At this point, I basically just... I mean, more cards is the primary thing that I want, and I wouldn't mind a second recursion effect. Wow. He's not exactly hitting me hard. Probably kept a handful of discard. There is the Chromatic Sphere. Fine. My Preordain is gone. You got me. It is mildly annoying that that guy gets to remove my face rewards, but he only gets 1. I mean, at this point, I can't reliably go off yet, and I'm only drawing 1 card. I'm drawing 1. I could be thinning 2 lands and drawing a card, but I need to draw some more stuff. We just don't want to draw lands, is I think what it comes down to. Anything but land is a good draw here. I guess Reshape's not a good draw. Fine, you got me. It's more mana. We don't need more mana. I'm not opposed to having more mana in the loop, but... I mean, at this point, I basically sit here and wait for him to at least threaten the ability to maybe kill me. But his draw is garbage, which I have to imagine means that this card's doing a lot of work. Could also have Ancient Grudge. Like, he could mess me up a little bit by trying to kill these things. Which actually, like, I can face reward them back into play, hypothetically. But then I've used up my face reward. Right. So where are we? We're in my upkeep. So... how does this work? I sack it for white. If he's going to flash back... Right. So at this point, I can cast Faith's Reward as 2 Lotus Blooms and a Chromatic Sphere. Plus, I can Flooded Strand Ghost Quarter. So I can do a value Faith's Reward and kind of wind up back where I started. And I have till the end of the turn. Oh, but if I want the mana, then I have to do it now? If I'm just going to do a value, I can just tap 4 lands for it. Yeah, and I get the Lotus Blooms back, so I can, in theory, keep going. Alright, I'm going to cast Faith's Reward this turn. Oh, man, I kind of want some mana. I don't know if I can get the Elsewhere Flask into the loop or not. If I cast it here, I don't get the Ghost Quarter. I guess there's no reason not to sack it for mana. So I can Flooded Strand, and then I can Face Reward now for Bloom Sphere Flooded Strand. If I wait until my main phase, then what can I do? I can 1, 2, 3 Ghost Quarter. My own land makes 4. I can't. I'm 1 mana short of what I want to be able to do, which is Elsewhere Flask, Reshape, sack the new Lotus for Face Reward. If that was Second Sunrise, I'd be there. But it is not Second Sunrise. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to reward now and then move to main, or if I want... I guess I do. Yeah, I can't actually get anything off the Elsewhere Flask. Like, I can't afford to gamble there. So I may as well do it now. I'm basically only down the Ghost Quarter, or something clever that I draw in my draw step. Yeah, turns out these are instants. Oh, he gets to gain a land. He gets my Flooded Strand. I missed that. Boo! It's my Flooded Strand. That's no fun. Whatever. We're still in a good spot. Flooded Strand. Oh, I should have reshaped. I still can. I can reshape next turn. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to reshape here. I'm going to reshape while I'm going off. So, step 1, the next time I draw a second Sunrise or whatever, is reshape Elsewhere Flask into third Lotus Bloom. My mana is all taken care of. I'm at 2 cards through the loop now. I guess I could reshape for, what, Elsewhere Flask? Something that just draws cards? Because I don't really need mana. I need cards. Is he thought-seizing himself? Blightning, Lightning Bolt, Punishing Fire. That's hilarious. The best play for him is to create food for Deathrite Shaman. Wow. Yeah, we have some time. His hand is Lightning Bolt, Punishing Fire. His entire clock is this Deathrite Shaman. Thanks to ye old-fashioned sideboard tech. Oh, sweet. Face reward. But whatever, I'm at 17. I should try to draw more stuff. Yeah, his clock is 2 a turn. We know his entire hand. Yeah, Conjurer's Bauble would be the best reshape target if I'm going to reshape for cards, which I probably should. Yeah, step 1 would be reshape for Conjurer's Bauble. Unbelievable. Punishing Fire himself to get Deathrite Shaman food. Ah, Treetop. Okay. There's a clock. Island is not my ideal draw. How much can he hit me for? He can draw Bloodbraid Elf, which can't really add to the clock. Yeah, he can go. In fact, it's hard for him to go land Bloodbraid Elf, but let's say he could go Bloodbraid Elf. He could hit me for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He cannot kill me, even with the perfect top deck, which I don't think works anyway. So I think I go one more turn. Yeah, his hand is a Lightning Bolt. Now he's got the land that he could, in theory, top deck Bloodbraid. So I kind of think I should go for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, in fact it's dead. 5+5. Time to go for it. Preordain. I have infinite mana. Do a first approximation. Reshape and Spellbomb. Well, Spellbomb is a card. Do I also want the reshape? How much mana do I have? I think I want them both. Right, I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Reshape makes mana if I need it to. Yeah, for sure. All right. Play the Spellbomb. I may as well play the Flooded Strand. Ghost Quarter. Can turn islands. I'm gonna run out of basics pretty quick, which is kind of funny. So these ghost quarters will, of course, come back with the Faith's Reward. 2 islands left. Oh, I just shuffled the reshape away. Stupid. Shuffled away the reshape that I could have drawn off these things. Yeah, I wanted another reshape. Reshape is a good draw. My bad. Don't think it's going to matter. But yeah, I should have one more card drawing thing in here, guaranteed, instead of... Oh, and then I supposed to set X equal to 1. Wow, I'm throwing this game away. I was supposed to set X equal to 1, and I forgot to pay the 1 mana. Stupid deck. So many dorky little decisions. Putting on a fine clinic in how to not win with this deck. Now I legitimately feel bad, because I'm down 2 cards per time through the loop from where I should be. I don't want to draw one of those lands, and that life is not going to matter. Oh, right, I can get Hallowed Fountain with the Flooded Strand. Which... I mean, I mostly just want it out of my library. Is it 2 life going to matter? He can't burn me. I have to win this turn, because he kills me next turn. So, sure, whatever. I can pay life for that, no problem. What is he doing? Oh, it's each player. Hilarious. He's figured out how to get his lightning bolt into the graveyard. I guess I can kill Treetop Village. If worst comes to worst. With Ghost Quarter. We could have taken a different line here. Yeah, paying for Hallowed Fountain takes away my ability to kill Treetop for a turn. So that was a mistake. Got the reshape. Alright. Alright. I am going to thin as a response to the Elsewhere Flask draw to make sure I don't draw these islands. For Elsewhere Flask. Draw Conjurer's Bauble. Great. What else is going on? I should play a Conjurer's Bauble. I should... Well, it's just a matter of drawing cards now, right? I'm not even sure the sequencing matters. I mean, once I have a reshuffle, then Conjurer's Baubling, what do I have? There's Second Sunrise onto the bottom, has some value. But, oh, I guess I can reshuffle with Flooded Strand to get nothing. Also, I'm at 2 life. Another Conjurer's Bauble. Alright. This is all very good. Yeah, we should be fine now. This is white. This is white. This is white. You know what? I'm just going to pay the blue since I have a bunch of untapped islands. And do I want to Conjurer's Bauble anything? I don't think I do anymore. I don't really want Preordain. I don't have any more of the stuff, so we're just Conjurer's Bauble with no target to draw a card. Draw a card. Second Sunrise. Draw a card. Chromatic Sphere. Draw a card. Ghost Quarter. Chromatic Star. I've played my land. Yep, I have plenty of mana. No reason not to ponder. Looks like we got there, despite my best efforts. Alright, I can just turn these into islands, right? Ooh, I can reshape and shuffle. Reshape for... Yeah, these are the decisions that just don't matter now. I guess Conjurer's Bauble is not good. So it doesn't matter. I'm just getting the Lotus Bloom that I can't actually play from my hand. X is equal to 0. Library's down to 20 cards for the record. Get the last Lotus Bloom. Sacrifice that. May as well ponder. Nope. Now then, how about we draw some more cards? I forgot to Conjurer's Bauble. Hilarious. And you see how the combo works. 15 cards in library, 14, 13. So, if you've seen enough...
Truth be told, I haven't seen anything in a while. I tapped out, so I didn't have to think about it. Hit F8 and I've been talking in chat. So, am I dead? Is it over?
Yeah, I have 2 copies of Face Reward in my hand, so yes, you're definitely dead. I did not pilot it optimally. I actually, forgot a thing and then misclicked a thing to deny myself 2 cards on every trip through the loop, and it just didn't matter. The matchup is that lopsided.
Well, I had 4 cards that, would disrupt you a bit. I'm like, all right, this will be fine. And then you Leyline, and I'm like, can I mulligan now? I'd like to mulligan now.
Yeah. That deck is still very powerful and still very tedious. Not gonna lie.